Hello and welcome back to Project 380. In this video, I've got a care package from Just Send It Designs. At JabFest 2023, I met up with Just Send It Designs, and there were some really nice people to talk to, and more than happy to answer any questions. So after a little chatting, they decided to send me a box of goodies. So let's crack that box open and see what's inside. You haven't received car parts unless you've received sweets. Got some customised door bushings with Project 380 written across the bottom. They look really cool. Oh, an MX5 Hot Wheels. A nice blue Mark II. Some Security air vents. That'll go in the Mark 1 nicely. I'll save this for in a minute. Some fitting bolts for the door bushings. Some instructions for the door bushings. An MX5 Mark 1 cookie cutter. Definitely going to be making some cookies soon. Some heart-shaped bumper reflector covers. Some HT lead separators. Some heater control sliders. And a very common problem for the MX5, a dipstick end. And of course some Instagram tag stickers. And I've got enough for both cars. And the last thing is a center console delete for the Mark II. I think we'll start off with the reflector covers. Nice and simple to install, just remove the old screws and screw the new one in. Now I wasn't quite sure about the purple against my car, so I colour matched the other one to see what that looked like. Let me know in the comments below which ones you prefer, the colour coded ones or the purple ones. But I think now that would look really cool if I turned them into side lights. Next up, I think I'm going to install everything under the bonnet. The HT separators and the dipstick end. The HT separators replace the old black boron ones that usually snap. Remove the HT leads and unscrew the old supports. And screw the new ones in. They look pretty damn good. I wish I got some new bolts to hold these in, and now I really don't know what colour HT leads to go for. Onto that broken dipstick. A really common problem with these dipsticks is the end breaking off. With the dipstick out of the car, we're going to take a little bit of brake cleaner, clean off any residue on the end, take a little bit of sandpaper to rough up the plastic on the end, remove any loose plastic, a few blobs of super glue on the end, put the new dipstick end on the dipstick, and wait for that super glue to dry, and then reinstall it in the car. At last, a functioning dipstick. Inside the car now and away from all that road noise, and it's time to replace these heater control sliders with some nice new ones. These simply pull off and you can push the new ones straight on. I love it. Now for the eyeball vents. There's two ways you could do this. The first, you can use an old card, work your way around the edge of the vent. There's two tabs either side that need to be released to pull this vent out. Or you could be a complete animal, grab this with some mole grips and yank like crazy. But you will leave some teeth marks on the vent. So I'm going to use an old card. The first time these are removed, they are really tight. But inside, you can see these two tabs here and here. They need to be pushed out of the way and off these little recesses for the eyeball vent to come out. Separating this vent can be a little bit tricky. We need to separate this part from the fascia ring in order to get the vent ball out. That's just held on with 4 tabs all the way around. If you wedge a screwdriver in there and force it up, the fascia ring will eventually come off, and then you can remove the ball, pop the new one in the vent and install the new fascia ring, lining up the little tabs with the holes in the vent. Then it could be reinstalled in the car, lining up these 2 slots with the 2 tabs at the side. And just push it until it clicks. I'm a huge fan of those, and I think it's going really nicely with the theme of the car. I'm definitely going to have to get rid of this wooden surround, pretty much fallen off anyway, but I think that'll look a lot nicer with a completely black tombstone. The Instagram stickers, I think are going to go right there. Follow me. The last thing to install on the Mark 1 today is the custom door bushings. Remove the old ones, they're just two 10mm bolts. The difference between the old and new is quite noticeable. The new ones are solid and the old ones pretty squishy. Give that a quick clean up and install the new ones with the hardware provided. Just finger tighten them for now, as we need to align this bushing with the cup in the door. So with the new bushing fitted loosely, we can gently close the door. If the door closes, we know the bushing is aligned, so we can open the door back up and tighten down the bushing. And just make sure the door closes all right. That's got a really nice feel to it now. So apart from looking really good, why would you want to upgrade from the old squishy ones to a solid Just Send It design bushing? Well, in this part of the car, there is not a lot of structure. And because of the tight tolerances on this bushing, it then makes the door part of the structure. Compared to the old bushing that slops around in this cup on the door, these ones are a nice snug fit, making the door fit better to the car, and hopefully stiffening up this whole area. But the proof will be in driving it. I just installed the passenger side off of camera, and just look at how worn out the old bushing is. At the bottom it's completely untouched, and at the top it's worn a groove into it. So the door was only touching at the top. This must have been giving the car barely any support. Hopefully the Just Send It design ones do a lot better of a job. Off home now to fit that center console delete to the Mark II, and I've got to say the door bushings definitely work. The car feels a lot more solid. The doors are definitely a lot less rattly. The only thing rattling now is the hardtop, and the steering response feels a lot tighter. Definitely worth the upgrade. Back home now in the garage with the Mark II. The interior is a little bit of a mess at the minute, but the center console delete sits here just like that. That's really going to neaten that part up. Now I need to find some screws to secure that down. So that's everything out of the goodie box from Just Send It Designs installed. A huge thank you to Just Send It Designs for sending me out that box. Make sure you go check out their website. I'll leave that in the link in the description below. As per usual, if this video helped you install anything from Just Send It Designs, leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. With the dipstick out of the car,